Many of you have asked how I get my pictures of the birds. Well, we've got a little pond in the backyard, and I just fed the goldfish so you can see them. We've got deer netting on top of the pond. They love that little food. There's about 13 of them in there. And in the summertime, you need some kind of lily on the top of the pond to keep the sunshine off. Of course, we're under the shade of an oak tree. But the key to the pictures I'm getting is you can see a little waterfall here. Well, I guess you can, yeah. Now that's coming from a little stream right back here. Now what we've got is back there in the back next to the electrical boxes is a hole in the ground about 3 feet deep, and it's rubber lined and it's filled with rock and gravel, and there's a pump in the water under these lilies that pumps water up and around, goes back around behind these rocks and back in and goes into the bottom of that bog. So we're pumping all of the wastewater and the dirty water from the pond up through there, and it comes up through the rock and the gravel and the sand, and it purifies the water, filters it, and then naturally flows back down into the pond. So it's recirculating all the time. The fish poop fertilizes the plants in the bog and the bacteria up there. In turn, that purifies the water. Now, how do I get my pictures? I built me a little tripod. I built this out of a couple pieces of wood, and I mount my camera on it with a little 1/4 bolt. You can see I got it running right now, and I've got me a handle on the back that I can adjust. Backing up so you can see it. I can adjust it up and down to raise and lower the camera to get the right angle to get a good picture of the bog. I'm going to move up on the porch now. Okay. Well, now I'm back behind it. You can see all the plants and stuff around it, back behind it. But that filters the water. It comes out crystal clear and goes back down into the pond down below. And it requires very little maintenance once you get it set up. All you need is a pump and a real rough filter on it to keep the leaves out. And you've got to set up a scene for any photography. And this is a place where the birds love to come and get in the water and splash around. So I set the camera up. I'm maybe 3 feet away from the water, and I use the zoom on the camera to zoom in on it, and it will record, put it in movie mode and let it record, and it will run for 30 minutes and stop. And then with that particular camera I can go back and edit that movie frame by frame very quickly and select the ones that have got birds in it, and I can print them out as a snapshot. So that in a nutshell is how I get the pictures of the bog, the stream, and the birds taking a bath. You can do the same thing with any little tripod. Set it up in the yard, put a bowl out there with some seeds in it, and the birds will come to it. And you set your camera up for 30 minutes and come back to it and pick it up. Later that night you can edit it and you can get the same pictures I get.